All right, I think we are back now. We've experienced an Avery computer issue here. We'll get you caught up on what has transpired. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning, 7-1 Wellington. We went off the air in the top of the fifth. Wellington's Paul Richmond struck out. Casey Thomas was hit by a pitch, but then Aaron Seipel hit into a 4-6-3 double play. That ended the fifth inning, or the top of the fifth. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, Zach Fields walked. Morgan Oliver's shot went out to right field, and a terrific catch was made by Kyle Lacey out in right field. Then, in the at-bat to Levi Parker, there was a pass ball, but it didn't get past Paul Richmond by much. Zach Fields tried to take second, and he was shot down at second base for the second out. Levi Parker just had an infield single, and Sam Lane now batting for El Dorado. 2 away, bottom of the fifth inning, 7-1 Wellington. Parker over at first, Cale Russell still on the mound, and there's a wild pitch from Russell. So Parker will advance to second. So if you know some fans that were watching, we've created another link. Basically, it says El Dorado versus Wellington, take 2 for Monday, July 7th. And Sam Lane fouls one off the instep. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wellington scoring 2 runs in the first, the second, and the third, 1 in the fourth, and for the first time tonight, put a 0 on the board in the fifth inning. Russell's pitch to Lane is low, ball 3. Dylan Muka awaits on deck. And we're sorry, well, we were up to about 35 viewers before we crashed there, and that's not an overload on the system. It's nothing like that. We've had that many before. Lane, chopper down to third, fielded in fair territory. Tough play, and that's going to be a base hit. It would have been tough to throw Sam Lane out. High chopper down to third. Luke Doyle did all he could to try to glove it and transfer as quick as he could, but I don't think he was going to throw Sam Lane out anyway. Levi Parker advances to third. So now can the Broncos come up with a big hit here, down by 6? Dylan Muka, the left fielder, reached on an error and flew out to center field and looks at strike 1. Two away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Kurt Caden along with Avery Osen from McDonald Stadium in El Dorado. The 0-1, curveball, low, ball 1. No action yet down in the Wellington bullpen. Any hard hit ball tonight by El Dorado seems to have found a glove of Wellington. It's been the bunt single and the choppers and whatnot that have hurt Russell. Dylan Muka fouls off the 1-1 pitch, now in a 1-2 hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Russell deals low. Russell thought he had strike 3, dances around on the mound, and now will gather himself and get back up on the slab there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. The deuces are wild for El Dorado. Muka waits the 2-2, and he fights one off up the middle. What a diving catch by Casey Thomas. Tremendous defensive plays in that inning from Wellington, from the right fielder Kyle Lacey, and now the shortstop Casey Thomas. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We're through 5. Wellington 7, El Dorado 1. Back in a moment here on YouTube. And welcome back to El Dorado as they flashed the leather in the fifth inning to end any El Dorado hopes of scoring runs. 7-1 as we head into the sixth inning. A new Bronco pitcher on the hill, and to tell you about him, it's Avery Osen.
Quade Adams, a new pitcher for the Broncos. He'll get to see Rowdy Andrews, Kirk Rocha, and Tony Piazza. And again, sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. Hopefully you found this link okay. And as Kurt said earlier, if you know anybody else, any other family members or anybody trying to watch the game, let them know that we have switched links and head them in the right direction. First pitch to Rowdy Andrews is in there for a strike. Next pitch, hit to Morgan Oliver. The shortstop takes a big bounce. He fires one over to Fields and gets Andrews in time. And now Kirk Rocha. Kurt, I don't know if Courtney is still listening, but she had commented a couple times on our other link to the other video saying she's listening tonight, a regular listener for whenever the Heat are here in El Dorado.
She's the one that told us how to correctly pronounce Rocha. We always, or early on, we were saying Roca, and she said it's like the bug, Rocha. Greg Hauser, Avery goes 3 innings for El Dorado, gave up just 2 hits, 1 hit batter, and just 1 run given up for Hauser in his 3 innings of work.
Next pitch, soft tapper to Zach Fields. He'll step on first, 2 outs.
Rocha was racing down the line, but then Big Zach grabbed the ball and decided to take it himself. And Kirk decided, you know what? I don't know if I want to go full steam into Zach Fields, and I can't blame him. And he pulled up. He wasn't going to get there anyway, so why risk an injury?
And now Tony Piazza, the first baseman. First pitch to him. Good slider. 0-1.
Well, that thing really broke. Started at the front shoulder of Piazza, and that thing darted right into the strike zone.
No balls and a strike. Next pitch in there, 0-2.
Well, again, it was a rough beginning for the Broncos, and they're going to have to deal with some tough pitching and good defense to try to get back into this game, trailing 7-1. This just seems to be one team you just can't afford to fall behind and gift them runs and opportunities.
No balls and 2 strikes, and Piazza swings and misses a 1-2-3 inning. Quade Adams makes it look easy retiring the Wellington Heat. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Heat 7, Broncos 1. More El Dorado Bronco baseball coming up. Cale Russell throws his last warm-up pitch, and he will face Clayton Dalrymple, Michael Muka, and Jonathan Schmitz here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And if you're the Broncos, you really want to get a couple runs here pretty quickly because they, as in the Wellington Heat, have a pretty good closer in Romero. So you're going to want to get to the Heat pretty quickly here as Dalrymple attempts a bunt, and it is foul. No balls, 1 strike. To the Wildcat, Clayton Dalrymple. Next pitch up high, 1-1. One pitch to Clayton is fouled off the back screen. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch upstairs evens up the count at 2-2. Michael Muka on the on-deck circle. 2-2 pitch is hit right back up at Russell. Russell had to get out of the way of that one. That one was coming back pretty quickly, right back at him. And a single for Dalrymple, and now Michael Muka.
Tell you, it's nice if you're a Bronco fan to have Dalrymple back in the lineup for the first time in about a month. And he's 2 for 3 here tonight. He can't play the field yet, but he can swing the lumber, and he looks pretty good doing so far.
First pitch to Muka is a ball, 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Gets the bottom half of the strike zone, 1-1. Dalrymple on first. Michael Muka the batter. The pitch. Just a bit low, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch is missed by Muka. 2-2.
I don't think any relation, but Wellington has a Randy Dalrymple from George Washington University on their roster. In fact, I think last time Wellington played here, we got a message from the Dalrymples for Randy.
2-2 pitch waved on and missed by Muka. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. I'll bring up the catcher, Jonathan Schmitz, who was 0 for 2 tonight. Flyouts to center field and first tonight.
That one to first was hit a mile high, and Piazza had to deal with the wind, but made a nice catch.
First pitch to Jonathan is in there. 0-1. Max Hogan on deck.
Our viewers are quickly coming back, Avery. We're up to 18. We maxed at 35 before we had a crash here. It might have been from the internet. Who knows? We may have lost internet connection or something. And with the way we broadcast, we are highly dependent on internet, which has been very good for us all year. But for the first time this year, we had some kind of crash with the internet or your computer or something.
This pitch, low, 2-1. Two balls and 1 strike. The pitch is hit to third, over to second, to first, and around the horn double play. 5-4-3, and they get out of this inning. So at the end of 6, Heat 7, Broncos 1. More play-by-play between these two teams coming up. Quade Adams still out there for the Broncos. He'll face Luke Doyle, Grant Buchanan, and Kyle Lacey. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. Next pitch, low, 2-0. Doyle ahead, 2-0. Next pitch, in there, 2-1. Two-one pitch is fouled. Two balls, 2 strikes. To Luke Doyle. 2-2 pitch, low, 3-2. Full count. Ball's wide and out of play. Remains at 3-2. Grant Buchanan on deck. 3-2 pitch from Quade Adams. Is just a bit low. Loses Doyle. And now second baseman Grant Buchanan. Next pitch is hit in between first and second. Levi Parker trying to range over. Didn't get the ball, and now over to Oliver. Oliver tags Doyle, who rounded second and went too far off. Good play there by Michael Muka to get it into Oliver. Oliver tags Doyle, but Buchanan ends up on second. So Buchanan gets the single. And now Kyle Lacey, the right fielder, batting for the Heat. First pitch of this at bat is the stream ever buffers or anything. Just make sure you refresh the page, and hopefully that'll fix the issues, at least that time.
Avery Buchanan just advanced to third on a pass ball.
1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. Yes, it is a Monday for technology, too. Two balls and a strike. Pitch in the turf, 3-1. Three balls, one strike. To Kyle Lacey. The pitch is fouled out of the stadium. Makes the count full 3-2. Next pitch also fouled off. Three-two pitch from Quade Adams. Hit to Levi Parker at second. Over to Fields, and a good play by him to stare back that runner, make sure he wasn't going to go home on that ground ball. So 2 outs, and Paul Richmond.
Send a shout out to Mark and Lisa Carrington, Wellington Heat supporters. They never miss a game in Wellington, and they appreciate being able to stay in tune with their Heat, even though they're not in Wellington. So we're happy to bring you the action, and this Wellington team is fun to watch. 28-3. We've seen them here a handful of times, and this is their last trip here to El Dorado this season.
Ball hit to right center field. Over goes Sam Lane. A good running catch from him. It's stretch time here at McDonald Stadium. Heat 7, Broncos 1. Going to the bottom of the 7th here. More play-by-play coming up here from McDonald Stadium.
Off the Derby tomorrow, at Derby Thursday.
Okay, so right, 3 times this week.
4 times. Played them last Thursday,
Oh, wow.
Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. They should know each other by after Thursday.
Well, of course, you consider they only played 2 games last night.
That's right.
I want to make sure of that.
And now up to bat for your El Dorado Broncos, number 16, Max Hogan.
Kel Russell still the pitcher for the Heat. Here as we head into the bottom of the 7th inning. Broncos will be batting Max Hogan, Zach Fields, and Morgan Oliver. First pitch to Hogan, low 1-0. One-0 pitch, also low, 2-0. Next pitch, also ball, 3-0.
Or the wind really blowing hard out to right field now, right center field.
4-pitch walk to start this inning. And Zach Fields, now the batter. Didn't realize this is the last time we'll see Wellington at home this season.
Yeah, the Broncos will go to Wellington on July 16th. That's a Wednesday, and that'll be a doubleheader. The first game back on June 5th scheduled in Wellington was postponed due to wet field. It wasn't raining that night, but as we had a ton of rain in June, the field just wasn't playable. So they're going to play 2 7-inning games on July 16th at Wellington.
Fields hits one to second. easy play to get him, but advances Max Hogan to second base.
Avery, some of the issues that have plagued the Broncos as they are 7-15 in league play, and especially of late. We talked about this Sunday night with Hayesville, stringing together hits. One hit in the first inning for El Dorado, one in the third, one in the fourth. They had back-to-back hits with 2 outs in the fifth, one hit in the sixth, a leadoff walk here. They just haven't been able to get that stretch where they get 3 or 4 straight hits or 3 hits and a walk, and that's what Wellington did so good in the top half of the first inning with a double, a single, and a strikeout, then a single and a walk before a double play, but they scored 2 runs there, and then, of course, that walk fest and hit by pitch fest in the second inning, which also plated 2 runs for Wellington, as well as in the third they scored when Buchanan walked and Lacey was hit. Both those guys scored. So just got to you got to find a way to string together some hits to try to get a rally going, and Wellington's a tough team to do that against.
Oliver jumps ahead of Russell here 2-0. We'll be back here again tomorrow night. Broncos host the Derby Twins. Game time, 7 o'clock. We'll be on a few minutes before 7. 2-0 pitch is fouled down the right field line.
And I don't know what Wellington's schedule is, but if they don't play, our friends from Wellington who are watching tonight, watching the Heat, they could watch the Twins and the Broncos tomorrow night if they like and send us some comments. We'd love to hear from them too.
2 balls and a strike. The pitch is hit to the shortstop, Casey Thomas, and the throw takes the first baseman, Tony Piazza, off the base. So Morgan Oliver is on. Yeah, and the Heat, I don't know how many of these guys are familiar with the standings, but the Heat are in first, Derby's in second. So a game that really does, although the Heat aren't playing, it does involve them. And although right now the Heat look to be in pretty safe shape to win the league. Ball hit right back to Russell. First, or to second, now to first. A double play, and Cale Russell gets out of it here in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th. Same score, Heat 7, Broncos 1. More play-by-play coming up.
0, 8, 8, 6, 5. Again, 4, 0, 0, 8, 8, 6, 5. You're the lucky owner of that ticket. Please go up to the press box and receive your $32.
We're ready for Thomas. Number 3. Yeah. Hello.
There's 865 left. Oh, okay. Here it is. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Tonight's lucky 50-50 raffle drawing winner was Levi Parker's parents. They donated it back. Thank you so much for supporting the El Dorado Broncos. Yeah.
That'll put us a bicycle down the road.
Yeah, that'll
Brian McKay now pitching for the El Dorado Broncos. He'll be pitching to Casey Thomas, Aaron Seipel, and Rowdy Andrews. Casey Thomas, 2 for 2 tonight. Has 2 singles, hit by pitch. Has a stolen base, a run scored, a little bit of everything tonight from the 9-hole hitter Casey Thomas. As I will toss it back over to Kurt for the 8th and the 9th inning.
Kind of like last night, Avery, the first 2 innings really took almost an hour. But since that point, the game's moved along nicely, although if you're an El Dorado fan, you'd like the innings to stretch out a little longer because that means you're scoring some runs. Ryan McKay over to Thomas, and Casey Thomas is having himself a night, folks. 3 for 3. He's been on base all 4 times tonight. And again, he just reminds me so much of Levi Parker, only Casey bats from the right side, and he just slaps everything to right field. All 3 of his hits have gone through the right side. So a leadoff hit, and that brings up Aaron Seipel, who looks at strike 1. 2 good innings from Quade Adams. He didn't allow any runs, 1 hit and 1 walk. He also had 1 strikeout. The 4th pitcher of the night for El Dorado, here is Ryan McKay. And his 0-1 pitch is high for ball 1. Ryan hails from Mays, Kansas. That's a suburb of Wichita, if you're not familiar with the surroundings here. He goes to Pittsburgh State on the eastern side of the state of Kansas. 1-1, and the pitch on the corner, strike 2.
And Kurt, you were wondering earlier if how about Aaron Seipel's parents were listening, and they were on the last stream at least. They said thanks for broadcasting tonight. As Aaron hits a 1-2 pitch foul. Watching Aaron Seipel, Mom, Dad, Grandma, and Grandpa, and Aunt Pam in Gilbert, Arizona tonight. So if you're still tuning in right now, thank you for watching. Your son's having another good game.
1 for 3, double and a walk. He scored twice. He grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the 5th inning. And, if those Wellington fans like us enough, after July 13th, we're done broadcasting home El Dorado games. If they wanted to hire us, we could probably find our way over to Wellington pretty easily.
There you go. Be happy to do some NBC games this season.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Seipel. And the 2-2 is just high, ball 3. Is that bad selling ourselves like that? Do you know?
Well,
we're for hire.
hopefully we'll see our Broncos there too.
That's right. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thomas down at first base. McKay a long look in. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss from Seipel. That's the first down of the inning, and here comes Rowdy Andrews. Andrews singled, stole a base, and scored in the first inning, was hit by a pitch in the second, and then grounded out to third in the third, and grounded out to short in the 6th inning. So 1 for 3 for Rowdy Andrews. I thought maybe we would have our longest extra inning game when these 2 teams met here for that 14-inning affair, but last night's game eclipsed that as Derby and El Dorado played deep into the night, 4 hours and 45 minutes, 16 innings, before El Dorado finally won 8-7. Swing and a miss from Andrews, 1 ball and 1 strike. Eckerd College. Now, I do not know where Eckerd College is. I know Tracy Andrews was watching our first stream. I wouldn't mind hearing where Eckerd College might be. Are we're still going? Yeah. Thumbs up from Avery. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And McKay's pitch is high and away. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McKay comes in with a 3.6 ERA. The 2-2, and another swing and a miss. So after a leadoff single from Casey Thomas, back-to-back strikeouts. And Kirk Rocha comes up. Rocha 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. He scored a run in the 4th inning. If you're joining us a little bit late, recapping Wellington, as they do so often against El Dorado, jumped on the Broncos in the first inning, scored 2 runs, 2 more in the second, 2 more in the third, 1 in the 4th. and they've gone quiet since, but Cale Russell has made it stand up nicely as the Heat leads 7-1. McKay starts Rocha off with an inside strike. The only run from the Broncos came in the third inning, a single from Levi Parker. Then he reached third on an error. Cale Russell trying to pick him off first base. The throw went well into the Derby bullpen, the Wellington bullpen, and Parker got to third and then would score on an error on the first baseman. Dylan Muka hit one down to Piazza that he couldn't handle, may have been blinded by the sun. And that allowed Parker to score the only run for El Dorado tonight. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Kirk Rocha. Tony Piazza is standing in the on-deck circle for the Wellington Heat, who look to gain their 20th win in league play tonight. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Derby's in town again tomorrow night after the teams played nearly 2 games last night, 16 innings worth. Derby back here tomorrow, and then Liberal comes in for the weekend. We'll have all those games here on YouTube. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a high ball, 3-2. So that will allow Casey Thomas to Zach Fields. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is lifted. Will it stay in play? Looks like it will. Zach Fields has a beat on it and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs across the board for Wellington in the 8th, although they did threaten. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 7-1 Wellington. Back in a moment here on YouTube.